5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It's getting hot in here now.
5, 4, 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Fight Fans, on the special edition on this Sunday afternoon of Boxing Chat, Boxing Talk here at the Warriors Edge Boxing Facility in the 915 El Paso, Texas, on this 47th podcast. We've made it this far, and we've had a lot of people on our show that, that can say that they've been part of this journey. This fun journey for me and for a lot of people, just to recognize fighters that we have locally and that are coming up in the ranks of pro boxing and the amateur world. So it's Sunday, it's a special edition, and tonight's podcast is being sponsored by the good guys at Pop's Pizza. That's right, Pop's Pizza. They have a killer spinach pizza over there, so call 915-500-7040. It's Louis Anello and the guys from Pound for Pound Boxing as they're putting up shop, but it's Pop's Pizza. That's right, 915-500-7040 for daily specials. And as always, guys, going to get raw tonight. If you guys want to join us on the online publication Boxing Reporter Live, so you can see our guest today, or if you want to do the audio on YouTube, Web Boxing 101 podcast live on YouTube, or live chat and comment on our Boxing Reporter online publication page. With us today, my right-hand man here is professional heavyweight fighter, Mr. Herman Delgado will be here with us on studio, and our special guest is Joey Saenz from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and we're about to go live with him right now on our Boxing Reporter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Joey, welcome to Warriors Edge.
How you doing?
Glad you're here.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And you're here with your coach, Rick Vasquez, too, right?
Yes, sir.
Rick, you're on the mic, so you can say hello to people.
How you doing, guys? Good to be here.
Good. So we got Rick and Joy here all the way from Las Cruces, New Mexico. The good people from Las Cruces, man. I just can't say enough of you guys, man. You guys are good guys out there. You take care of us when we go out there. And you know what? I know when I spoke to Rick before, we're not really two cities that divide us.
Yeah.
We're just one, right? We're just one city.
Just one.
Always one city, man. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Just the governors divide us, right?
Yep. There's the lines.
Well, we're going to be talking a little bit of boxing. It's been a while, folks. I've been out. I've been working night shift. So now I'm back at the helm. Hopefully we got more podcasts to give. Two big things that I want to start the show with, and Joey, chime in if you want, right? Trainer Nasim Richardson passes. We had two important people in the sport of boxing, Rick, pass this past week. One of them was trainer Nasim Richardson. Sad to report that the legendary Philadelphia trainer passed away this 2 days ago. He was known for training world champions like Bernard Hopkins, Sugar Shane Mosley, Steve Cunningham, among others. Richardson was also the one who caught Antonio Margarito being taped with plaster before the fight against Cotto, right? Or Mosley. It was Mosley, right? So my condolences go to that. It was a good train. Did you know who he was, Joey?
No, not too familiar with the
No, and you always saw him on TV, man. He was a pretty famous trainer. The other one was Dickie Cole, right? Passes at the age of 89 from Texas, right? Texas boxing legend Dickie Cole at the age of 89. He was a former two-time Golden Glove champ from 1950 to 51 and served as a referee and judge at the amateur and professional levels. I know his son is the world champion boxing referee, Lawrence Cole, that we see in all the Texas fights. Right, so SADA announced that the boxing world lost two big heavyweights, big people that contribute to the sport of boxing, correct?
Correct.
Right. Also, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones is in the headlines. Tell me what you think of that, Joey.
Honestly, me personally, like, I have a cap on myself of when I'm gonna quit fighting and stuff. So when people fight past a certain age, you know what I mean? I believe like that's something that you on your own feel inside that you want to do.
So what do you think of that fight making?
I mean, I think it's gonna be interesting. Of course, I think that's gonna bring a lot of views on it. Of course, you know what I mean. But personally, like, if a family member of mine was in it, I would probably not want that for the health.
Okay, so you say you're going to bring a lot of viewers. You think it's something that it can save boxing?
I wouldn't know about saving, but I mean, I think boxing is doing somewhat steady, you know, fine.
Steady?
I mean, steady enough, you know, some of the cards that have been put on and stuff.
Okay,
and
yeah,
so, you know,
some weekday fights.
Yeah, exactly.
That's coming out already. It's going to start going to that big Saturday fights. Rick, what do you think your take on Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson?
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting fight, but if it's just to put the show on, I guess it's okay. But I mean, it'll be an interesting fight. I think Roy Jones could be too fast for Mike. But
Roy Jones will be too fast for Mike?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, I thought it was the other way around.
No, I think Jones has been training. He's been working, and Mike's kind of, you know, the movie thing, and
All right.
not really.
So we
it.
can also look at an amateur fight like the Jorge Arce and Julio Cesar Chavez festival. I mean, they were all friends and were just amateur. You think it's going to turn like that, or it's going to turn like to the blood and guts that we used to see Mike Tyson do?
I don't know how you take the blood and guts out of a fight.
I think that's what
it's gonna
Tyson's
be
all
real
about when he
hard, 'cause
fights.
even
So.
sparring, I mean, even sparring, they could be the best of friends. They're trying to knock each other
that
the hell
Chavez
out.
and Arce wasn't, or
Yeah,
he
yeah.
fought Arce, right? It wasn't that like.
Two different caliber fighters.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
man,
you're
you
right.
look at
You're
the
right,
guy
Rick.
that's
You're right.
trying to kill you, and the other one is trying to make some money.
You know, I talk about saving boxing. I'm not saying it's not safe, but you know what? Right now in the world of sports, what's happening is that we're losing a lot of fan base, and I think this fight is going to be good because it's going to attract other fans to our side.
Definitely.
I mean, we're losing fans to MLB.
Yep.
We're losing fans to football because of all this kneeling and not kneeling and placing politics into the sport, and that's what's drawing out the fans.
Exactly.
And that's what we'll talk about a little bit later on tonight. So yeah, it'll be an 8-round exhibition, and it'll be a pay-per-view fight. So
It'll be interesting. I think it's going to bring a lot more fans into the game.
I know we say that, or I say, you know, I don't know about this fight, but I know I'll be watching.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's about it.
Right. I'll be
You got to see who's going to get knocked out. That's
right.
what it
Yeah,
is.
we want to watch, and you know what? Also, for the sake of bringing back boxing, because I miss the good old days.
Yeah.
You know, HBO Sports
Yep.
and the good Saturday fights, pay-per-view, the announcers. It was just the whole thing, and there's a good thing that says that nothing lasts forever, and nothing does last forever.
Yep.
Things will change, and people will come up. In other news, Billy Joe Saunders' suspension has been lifted, folks. As you know, Billy Joe Saunders was going to fight Canelo Alvarez before the pandemic. He's the WBO super middleweight champion. Billy Joe Saunders is free to fight again. The British Boxing Board control suspended Saunders back in March for posting something on domestic violence in women, kind of degrading the women, right? Showing him on a video hitting a bag, and this is how you hit a woman, and what a fucking idiot, man. You know what? That pretty much landed him out of the contention for Canelo Alvarez. But you never know. Canelo may now face Saunders again if he doesn't face Caleb Smith, which Caleb Smith is another fighter that is a UK fighter that wants to fight him. So Billy Joe Saunders, I don't care too much for Billy Joe Saunders, and I even think that if he fights Canelo, he would have been knocked out. It would have been an easy fight for Canelo.
Right. Yep.
Right? It was just like a stepping stone, right?
Agreed.
WBA recognizes International Boxing Day. World Boxing Association President Gilberto Mendoza signed the resolution to celebrate with AIBA. I don't know about AIBA, all this controversy with them too. Celebrate the Boxing Day on July 22nd. The celebration was born in Russia, but they celebrate. That was, I guess, newsworthy that they gave me. So, August MGM Bubble fights announced. We have some August fights coming up. In August at the Bubble in Las Vegas, ESPN has announced that August 22nd, Joe Smith Jr., Elider Alvarez meeting the WBO light heavyweight title eliminator, and then in August 29, Victor Boston will be on that card against Jose Ramirez for their super lightweight championship. So we got some good fights coming up. ESPN has been doing a great job. The only thing bad about ESPN, a lot of people don't have ESPN,
Right.
so we don't have a lot of viewers go there. Like this past Saturday, we had DAZN.
Yeah.
And everybody can watch DAZN. You can live stream the fights, right? Well, one thing that I did see on my live stream was Showtime. Showtime's going to announce the 9 boxing mega telecast fights. You guys hear about this one?
No.
Big fights coming up on Showtime, Showtime Sports, and PBC. They announced a lineup that is scheduled on Saturday, August the 1st, and will run through the end of 2020. God bless to them. We need something like that at the time of this pandemic. Each live telecast will be presented without fans from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Ucasville, Connecticut, including in the schedule 4 world title eliminators, which is going to be interesting to talk about, and I'll talk about the main ones that we can talk about. This August the 15th, David Benavides against Roman Alexis Angulo for the WBC Super Middleweight World Champion. David Benavides, he's been also on the talks of fighting Canelo.
Yeah.
He's from Arizona. Hell of a fighter, right?
It's crazy.
He's a good fighter. Tall. He's fast.
Yeah,
and he's hungry, man.
He's got what it takes to beat him.
And he's been very vocal of him not getting fights, man.
Right.
So hopefully this will jumpstart him, catapult him up to there. Here's the big one, Victor and Joey. September 26th, it's going to be a mega with the Charlo brothers. All right? It's going to be on main event number 1, Jermell Charlo versus my favorite fighter, Sergey Derevyanchenko for the WBC Middleweight World Championship. If you remember, Sergey Derevyanchenko, god damn it, fought Triple G, and I really thought that he beat Triple G, right? Sergey's also called out Canelo. What do you think of that fight? I think Sergey will beat Charlo.
I think.
I mean, I'm a Texas guy, but I really believe that Sergey will give Charlo a run for his money. What do you think?
Well, I think he beats him. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Edward, we got some messages here. Let's see, before I keep going. It says Canelo needs to fight Benavides. Yeah, this was Edward replying to Joe. But we know that he won't fight either of them. You think Canelo will fight either of them?
No.
Why not?
Not if it's a chance that he's going to get beat.
So what's up with Canelo? How come he's not fighting anybody?
Good question. Why isn't he fighting?
Exactly, right?
You know, or fighting somebody of that caliber.
Right.
Yeah.
Also on that undercard of the Sergey and Jamal fight, we got Brandon Figueroa, which he looked out of shape the last time he came up, but he's the co-feature for the Bantamweight World Championship. Diego Magdaleno was on that third. He's going to be the co-third feature fight. So mega card fight September 26th, and then I don't know how they're going to do it. Then his brother's going to fight against Rosario, and then Mario Vargas, Daniel Roman will also. So it'll be a big card on September 26th for Showtime. God bless to Showtime and bringing boxing back, right? Okay, so Gervonta Davis, Leo Santa Cruz, October 24. Who's your favorite fighter, Joy?
Between them two, or you just mean in general?
In general.
I like Felix Verdejo.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Felix.
He's an upcoming fighter.
Yeah, and, I had that little stumble with that loss after his accident and stuff, and he just bounced back, so
good.
I was happy to see him.
What about this fight? What do you think of this fight?
I'm a Tank, man. Always with Tank, you know what I mean? I'm a big, man, that guy got that power,
I think he's going to beat him.
Yeah, he makes that weight, man, it's over.
I think he's going to beat him. I think he'll be Leo Santa Cruz, and it's going to be for the WBA Lightweight World Championship. Very interesting to see. I like Leo Santa Cruz, too.
Leo gets hit too much, so Tank can punch.
And I think Tank's going to punch him out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that fight's going to end ugly.
Well, I guess making newsworthy just for the fun of it. It's a family show tree. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. just got suspended indefinitely.
Really?
What, dancing?
Whoa! For the hair
For the
color, I
heels?
hope.
For the heels. But you know what, man? In credit to him, I was going to tell you about this,
The
coach.
thong was too tight.
That, you know what? It was a TikTok challenge. When
Well,
he
it
came
don't
out.
matter.
That doesn't matter, dude.
Okay,
Come
I
on.
wouldn't do it, right? You know?
Well, then again,
Well, how
you
much
know,
money was involved?
I wear my wigs to do my cooking challenge.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I gotta
It has-
I can relate.
we might be able to get Joey in a tutu, but
Oh, yeah, right, man. I got the hair ready, man. I ain't getting no tutu though. Man.
He just seemed, Chavez Jr. just seemed a little bit too comfortable when he
And
did
that's
it.
exactly-
It wasn't
yeah,
even like he
yeah,
was stumbling.
yeah.
He was just
No, he was like he knew the steps.
smooth. He was like, "Hi, Papa."
And it was for the taking, man. Damn, Herman. Yeah, the Nevada State Elect Commission said they suspended him. He evaded VADA collectors for testing on both states, even Arizona. Even after his last fight, they were still hunting him down. So, you know what? It was better for him to see him leave like that. It's just a disgrace. Not because I care for the guy so much. It's because I care for the dad that made me the boxing fan that I am.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was pretty sad.
Big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill. Well, I want to bring a news here real quick that it's a fill-in on this one right here. You see this one, Joey, on the screen? The 7-second knockout that never should have been allowed to happen. I know Ariana even posted on when we shared today on the online reporter. The primary duty of those who oversee boxing is to protect fighters. What we're talking about, it was this Saturday's fight of Estrada rendered Atkins unconscious in 7 seconds. Estrada looked like she was an amateur, a novice, did not belong in the ring, and I believe that the people that are responsible to protect fighters failed to protect Miranda Atkins it was on Friday night. I'm sorry, I said Saturday. On Friday night. What do you think of that, Joey?
No, I agree. Like you're saying, it's not really. You know what I mean, like for one, you have a team that's supposed to, be looking out for you, and then as far as that, like if it goes beyond that, that's really not your best interest to be.
She's 42 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like I said, I didn't even catch the fight or nothing, but that is.
Well, because you blinked. That's how
yeah,
fast it
yeah,
happened.
must have
this
been.
girl went a combination.
Her own team failed her.
I think,
Yeah,
you're
that-
right.
that's
Instead of
her,
blaming,
yeah,
they were blaming Golden Boy. They were
Yeah, that's
the
what I was
coaches.
trying to say. It's more like you're supposed to surround yourself with people that care about your interests and you as a person, and know your limits and what you should and.
I'm surrounded, folks, with like boxing knowledge here. So let me ask you guys, how much do you guys think she made? Because they're saying, well, maybe it was the money thing. Did really she make that much for that fight? Victor, what do you think?
I think she made a good chunk because of who she fought.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they paid her under. I'm sure the coaches got some money under the table that she's not even going to see.
Yeah.
Do you think she took a dive?
No,
I don't think she took a dive.
took
but
a dive to the canvas, but
She knew.
other than
She
that-
knew she couldn't.
Nah,
Come on, that girl.
Just
knew
when she
couldn't.
came out of the
Yeah,
corner,
you
she
know,
she didn't even know what the hell she was doing, man. It was just like getting somebody here at the gym
Yeah,
on
it
the
looked
first
like,
day.
Yeah, first time.
It was disgusting.
That's sad.
Well, she had 5 fights, and like I mentioned, she's 42 years old, making her pro debut, right? And it was gruesome, and I thought it was pretty sickening, right?
She had some knockouts too, didn't she?
Well, we're gonna see it here. We're on the seeing it here on the live feed.
Oh no.
What do you think, Victor? What do you think, Rick? What do you think?
I mean, just the stance that the girl come out in is ridiculous, man. And she looked like I've seen new kids.
Also,
I've seen new kids come into the gym with a better stance.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you take a athletic stance when before anything like that.
She came in looking like a scared kangaroo, man. I mean, that was no pun on her, but that fight should never happen. That's ridiculous.
7-second knockout. We'll see it again.
She already knew what was
Look at her.
What was? Look at her.
Look at her.
Almost.
Come on, she wasn't even moving in.
Nope.
Sad, man.
I mean, how did this happen? We said it was maybe the coaches. How was a novice like Atkins allowed into the ring to face a seasoned pro like Estrada?
Because the girl
right?
was a world champion. When she I saw her with a belt. She came in and all that.
Who the hell did
With
she
the
beat?
I don't know.
I
She came in
mean-
with the WBC belt though.
Well, we'll talk about it in a while. But guess who we have just walked into the studio is? Go ahead and get the microphone real quick, Ariana.
Hi, how are you guys?
Tell me, what did you think of that fight?
I mean, I don't think the fight should have happened. But like I was telling my dad, we were talking about that fight on the way up here. It all falls on your trainer, your
Okay,
head trainer.
yeah, you're right.
It falls on your team. they put that girl in there knowing she didn't stand a chance. I feel like it was more about the money. I feel like she made a good paycheck. Like I was saying, everybody's talking smack about Estrada and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But in my the way I see it is, you're gonna hand me a Scooby snack with a good paycheck and a title, and it's easy. And she agreed on the fight. Her team agreed on the fight.
I'm taking it.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna show you the video so you can walk us through this video. And you too, Joey.
Yep.
One more time, we'll see it
Look at her.
again.
She was ready to kill. She was ready.
I think the referee also should have at least been a little bit closer to a.
Yeah.
Because the referee's job, if you see a girl walk, I mean, she would have been a little bit. I don't know.
The referee really has
placement.
no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Who had an idea what was going on was both corners.
Yes.
I mean,
That's the bottom.
Or
Look
at
at
the
her,
very
man.
least, her corner.
Yeah, her corner.
Her corner knew what she was stepping
Yeah.
into. Sad.
she paid the price, and it's unfortunate like that. I mean, those who made the decision to allow her to fight, to step through those ropes, had a great deal of experience in the sport, right?
Yeah.
The judges, everybody has
Yep.
experience. They should know, right?
Every one of those
Everybody.
coaches and everybody that agreed to that fight should be indefinite.
I mean, it was a gross mismatch.
Very.
And if they don't, they should be in a position to oversee the safety of officers. The fact that this has happened, it was an enormous red flag, even by seeing her. We see it as amateur. When I go to the amateur, we see a mismatch when we see it, and we don't take the fight, you know. De La Hoya, the Zone have not commented, right? They did comment only that said that this girl had fights already, and they knew what they were going up against. Poor girl, man. God damn, that was.
So they completely washed their hands of it, knowing
Yeah, exactly.
that this girl had fights. They knew what they were getting into, so we wash our hands. We have nothing to do with it. Yes, you do have something to do
Yeah,
with
of
it.
course. Do you see that in the amateur world?
You know, I have seen it in the amateur world. And even at that point in time, it's disgusting.
Disgusting,
To
right,
watch-
Joey?
To
Right,
watch
I
it
agree,
happen.
yeah.
You know, I've seen a bunch of really young amateurs get in there and walk in the ring just like this lady did, and get the snot beat out of them. And I mean, why would you do that?
This girl was an MMA. Fights MMA, you know? Was she an MMA? I don't even know.
It could be MMA. It could be.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't matter. That was. I mean, Sinisa did what her job was.
Yeah, be
completely
a fighter,
and
of
totally.
course. And
I
you would have
would
done the
not-
same thing, right?
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know,
That's my job. Go
Yeah.
beat the shit out of
Yeah,
her.
that's my job, and that's what you gotta do. And like I
Exactly.
said, it's the other team's fault. I blame the coach, the team, the manager, and whoever is
Yeah.
handling her.
Of
team,
course.
so.
Well, I mean, it was gruesome to see that. Guys, thanks for joining us here at the Web Boxing. Everybody that's online right now, thank you so much. Watching Joey Saenz, professional fighter from the great city of Las Cruces. And also, we got pizza here. Good pizza, right, Coach?
Hell yeah.
From Pop's Pizza, 12300 Pelicano Drive. Drive through or carry out. You want to call Lou and Mando over there at the Pop's Pizza joint, 915-500-7040. You get a special for $19.99 pizza and wings, 2 large, 2 toppings pizza, and 1 pound of wings, Monday through Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. They were nice enough to bring us some pizza here for our guest today. That is Joey Saenz Victor and all his family from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Is it right, Las Cruces?
Yeah, actually, I'm from Doña Ana. It's a little.
Doña Ana. And I'm sorry, Doña Ana County.
Because I represent Las
So,
Cruces.
all right. So, Joey, the last time I saw you, you looked mean. Like,
Appreciate it.
like mean, bro. Like,
Appreciate it.
Like I had never seen you, and I was ringside for the Jennifer Hahn fight, and I saw this kid walk up there. But I knew I was in good hands because I know the people that were handling him. So if you wanted to beat me up, I'd say, I know these guys, man. Hey, relax, man. But you look mean.
I appreciate
you
that.
looked in shape.
Yes, sir.
And if all those fights, not because you're here, I told you, Coach, man, this guy is good, man. He looks
Focused,
mean.
man.
He's focused.
Totally.
Focus.
Man, I mean, he was good. So, and we saw you at the Coliseum on your fight. That was the last time I saw you. And then you fought again.
Yes.
And this was last week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us about that fight, and especially fighting with no fans.
Yeah, it's always it's a big thing, you know, with just really my team at home, my support system at home is what I thrive off of. You know, it's just all hard work and my support team, and then from leaving everybody to just me and Rick, you know, and then going out there and stepping on the scale and we don't hear no applause. You know, it's always a weird feeling on your chest. You know,
Was it weird?
And with this one, it was even weirder because of all the stuff going on with the weigh-ins. There was no face-off or nothing really. So this one,
Oh, there was no face-off.
No face-off.
Why,
Really.
why was the reason behind that?
I think just keeping everybody
the
apart.
distancing.
Yeah, social
Yeah, because
distancing.
did you get tested for COVID?
Yeah, we had to get tested on the way before leaving out there, and then upon return, I had to.
And where did you fight at?
We fought in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big swing we took, and like I said, if I could do it again, I'd do it again, man.
Did
'cause
you
it was
know about your
good.
fighter going into that fight?
We had we saw a little video on him and stuff. You know, we felt it's a big swing, and that's what I'm trying to move. You know what I mean? I'm trying to move. I know it's good to build your record up and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm not that fighter. I want to fight. You know,
Get that
I
exposure,
wanna fight,
right?
like I said, like what we just saw on the screen, like that. I want to fight. You know, I
It
wanna
was
fight.
weird, it was weird for no fans, huh?
Yeah, well, there was minimal fans in our area because they had like 2 events going on at the same
Okay.
time. Yeah, so there was like an MMA thing, but there was minimal fans over there. But at the same time, like
Wow.
it's so quiet and not one person except Mike. I'm hearing going for me, you know. So it's always like a.
It was good.
it's
Rick, what was your experience like fighting with no fans? Or being there with no fans, I'm sorry.
It was odd. I mean, every fight's different, but this one was a little bit more different because we got that much more closer because they're like 2 scared rabbits in a dog pen, man. What are we gonna do? But it was odd. It was it was comfortable. They treated us like royalty there, but
Good,
it was
man.
very. We weren't uncomfortable. It was just really weird knowing that you're gonna go out there, and we absolutely had nobody. Usually we'll take 1 or 2 persons with us, but it was just Joey and I.
Oh, okay.
But the crowd, hey, again.
They were thirsty for boxing.
Yes, man. And I have to say it again, and this comes from the promoter. Again, Joey stole the show.
Okay, how's that? How did you steal the show, Joey?
Well, you know, when we went out there, he had a 9-0 with 6 KOs. You know what I mean? And
What was the weight?
it was at 135. We met at 135.
okay.
Yeah, so he came in right on the dot, like 134.8. You know what I mean? And I went in like 2 pounds underneath. I always like to get a little, just for comfort's sake. You know what I mean? I go under 35, like 33. I weigh in at. So we made weight. It was it was what it was. But he was a little bit taller, I think, than we expected. It was,
Wow.
it was, you know. So
So you didn't know he was taller?
no. Like I said, we heard.
So
different
Rick,
things,
let me stop you there. So when you have a taller fighter, I'm assuming you trained with the taller fighter out here?
Yeah, Rick Junior, he came in and sparred with us a
Okay,
couple
yeah,
times.
Rick, your
and
son, right?
We had
Your son?
it was really hard to get sparring for him, so we had to do with what we had.
No, we
And-
could have.
and-
I mean, Danny's available too. We have a tall kid here too.
Yeah.
That would have helped you for
yeah,
future.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's a southpaw.
Yeah, that's
That would
what-
have been, and of course, Rick
Rick,
Sandberg.
you gotta let me know, buddy. I'm here to
Absolutely.
help you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anything, I'm here to help you. You know that.
Yeah.
You know.
I would appreciate it a lot.
Danny would have helped you a lot. He's my son. He's
Oh.
a tall kid, man.
That would have been perfect. Yeah.
And he holds his own ground, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He helped us, Escalante in a few fights for the future. We got him, man.
Definitely. That sounds
All right.
good. That
So
sounds
then
good.
you go out there, no fans. Tell me how you did.
I mean, for the most part, I didn't go in my favor and stuff, but I felt, that they brought me out there they wanted a KO and
Okay.
you know what I mean, that's what they thought they were gonna get, and so
You did
so you know what I mean, just
Joey.
I felt like my spirit never broke, you know what I mean. Rick kept me in my zone, you know what I mean, and even through the 5th round where we knew even there was a point where we ain't gonna win, I just held hope, I could hit, you know what I mean. Maybe I could land that one punch and steal one of
Wow.
these rounds, just one of these rounds. That's what kind of kept me going, was maybe I ain't gonna win, but I know just give me that one and
Good, Rick.
and just
Yeah.
trying to, you know what I mean. So
You got a good coach, man.
yeah, and we stayed laser focused, you know what I mean. No matter what, he hit me with some good shots, and he got a little rise from the crowds, but
Okay.
I seen him getting frustrated on his own tip
Because he thought you were going to go in there and just take that 7-second knockdown, which right?
Yeah,
And that didn't happen, right?
He fought scared, man. That guy fought scared. Joey landed a good punch in the first round, and after that, that guy he got smart. He was
Set
good.
the
He's
tone.
He did.
talented fighter. He got
Yeah.
smart, and he's like, I ain't banging with this dude.
And that's where, because the video we saw, he had he was toying with the dude just real wide, so that's what we were kind of training for, was real open, real wide shots and stuff. So whenever we got in there in that first round and he started playing his distance and everything, and he found his niche, that's when we kind of started having a little bit more problems, because he kept me at his range. He was real long, so
Did you connect on him sometimes? Did you hit a mark?
I got when I got close on him, I was throwing. When he would clinch with me, they even ended up
They
taking a
took a
point
point for
because he
holding,
kept
yeah.
holding and stuff like that. Like
Oh,
I
they
said,
took a point from him?
for holding and stuff.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
shit.
And like I said, I mean, he's a great fighter. Like I said, he did work and he got the win and stuff. But like I know I put the pressure on him because even dropping his mouthpiece a couple times through the later rounds. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it wasn't like I connected with the punch, and it was just the mouthpiece fell out. You know what I mean? So I mean, like I said, I want to put on a show. I love this. You know what I mean? I really like.
Yeah, and you know what? It shows when you were at the fight when I saw you. You went up there and put up a good show, man, and we really appreciate that. And then, of course, you're from here.
Yes.
So that makes it even better. And then your coach and his family,
yes.
You know, that's good. Where are you from? You say you're from Doñana?
Yeah, I'm from born and raised in Doñana.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit about yourself growing up?
Yeah, no, I just, a little rough childhood. My dad was in jail and stuff like that. My mom worked hard. She had her own business going. So my mom and my grandma really are the ones that like raised me up as a kid. And that's kind of what kept me balanced to be on the right, like at least be able to get back on track when I did.
Do you think that you said a rough upbringing?
Yeah.
Do you think that makes you a better fighter?
I think that in life, like, you can control pressure easier when you've dealt with high pressure situations. You know what I mean? And some stuff that like I know I got myself into a majority of the trouble I got into, but I didn't choose for stuff. So going into a fight like this, it's really like, this ain't nothing, this ain't nothing.
Because sometimes you actually hear about the stereotype fighter is always coming from a rough background, huh?
Yeah.
The majority of them.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes it's true.
Yeah,
it's not actually a stereotype, but
yeah, exactly.
You're right. So you got a rough upbringing in Las Cruces.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you do? What else did you do besides boxing? You found boxing as an avenue. What else did you do?
Just growing up, man, I was trying to make it big, boxing, making music. I was trying to get my hands in everything, you know what I mean? But after a while, I had kids, and I was going down a rough path where I was, kind of messing with drugs and all that stuff,
Okay.
and I veered way off track of where I should be, and so I started from the ground up. Just
How did you find boxing?
Whenever I was a kid, I was like the little brother trying to always tag along with my brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so whenever he'd hit the top of the road, I'd run up and stuff. But one day, I followed him, and it was to my uncle's house, and he had a gym in his backyard. He had a ring he made and stuff, and so I just basically walked up and come jump in, and like.
And that's how you got into
2
boxing.
weeks later, I had my first amateur fight. I think I didn't have too many amateur fights coming up because it was usually smokers. But like I said, I have the history, but the experience not so much.
So that's how you found boxing.
Yeah.
But is it also true to say that when you found boxing, you were still involved in drugs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was in like 5th grade whenever I found the sport of boxing.
So this is so important, Joy, because not only are you trying to take care of yourself,
Right.
and you have a beautiful family. I just met them.
Yes.
2 kids.
I
And one on the
have
way.
one on the way, and I have a son too. So.
And you know what, Joey? And you're trying to make it for you, but little do you know, bro, that believe it or not, you can be a role model
Right.
for other kids that are in boxing, because I know them and they're in drugs,
Right.
and they're still coming to the gym.
Yep.
What do you say to those kids, man?
It ain't, that's it's like a brainwash mentality. It's really something that's normalized too. Like with kids, how it's hard to get to them and they have to go through is because me growing up, it was never like, oh, can you imagine when we grew up and we work together or we do this and that. It was more like, hey, can you imagine when we're in jail together? Like, and that's your norm.
Wow,
you know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
man.
And then people try to be.
Jail was a rush.
It wasn't a rush. It was coming. It was what it was supposed to be.
And it's hard that you say that, because in your head you already know that jail is the way I'm going.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Fuck
And that's what, like, I'm cool at my mom's house. I'm cool. You know what I mean? You see all this and it's normalized. You see all these people doing this and that for money. So it's really normalized stuff. It's not even sometimes these kids trying to be involved. It's literally, this is what it is. This is what life is normally is, and it's brainwashing basically. What I
Wow, man.
Is,
So I mean, and you're up for that task. The kids are going to see you. I mean, you're already a successful fighter in my book.
I appreciate that.
You are, man. I mean,
it
it takes a lot of balls to do what you do, and coming from where you come from. Because I'll tell you one thing, man. Don't get me started. There's a lot of kids that we have that I know they have everything in life, and they don't take advantage of it.
Right.
As opposed to you,
Right.
you have to really fight for your stuff and
definitely.
struggle for your stuff,
Yeah.
and not having a male role model. Am I right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
And that's harder.
Right.
So how do you find Rick?
Well, see, going back from when I was in Doñana boxing, they were at Las Cruces Pal. So in Cruces, it was always, and when we had money for the trips, we would always meet up with them and stuff. And so we grew up seeing each other since, like I said, since 5th grade. I've always the familiar face of seeing Rick, and eventually they came over with us, and he sat down with me and took me under his wing, and
See Rick?
and and now that's why I'm
Rick's a good guy, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, like I said, that's where my training is 110%, because he gives me just the time he dedicates to me, and then the belief he instills in me, you know what I mean? Like I owe him 110%, and that's
the
why
loyalty.
the loyalty.
You guys have a lot of loyalty over there, man.
He's my friend. I told him, man, when this is done, I'm gonna come harass you at your house still. Like I said, man, you ain't getting rid of me now. Like he's family to me now, you know.
Rick, I know you have two pro staple fighters in your stable, which is your daughter, and we interviewed her already, right?
Yes.
And now you have Joey. Do you have other people in the pro, or these are the only two that you got right now?
You know what? These two are these are. If it weren't for these two, I wouldn't even do boxing.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like.
Do you do amateur,
stuff-
Rick?
No, not
Oh,
anymore.
no, not anymore.
I mean, I'll help. It definitely
Okay,
helps,
okay.
but I'm 58 years old, man. I don't have that ump I had,
Yeah, the
20
time
years
to-
ago to do that. But if they ask me for help, absolutely, I'm gonna
Good.
give them everything that I have.
So, and I know right now you're going to be focusing on these two pro fighters.
For right now, Joey, yes.
Joey, I know you're gonna
later
take a break.
Ayana has to take a break. There's no.
Congratulations, Ayana.
Getting back to Joey. Joey. Danny brought Joey to me at the gym, and I've known Joey his entire life, and I knew the road that he was on. And every once in a while, I'd say, "Hey, Joey, what's up?" Whatever.
Okay,
But
you would see him around.
I'd see him,
okay.
yeah, and I never had the thought of picking him up. He fought when he fought at the soccer field here, and I seen him win the fight, and they took a point from him, and it ended up a draw. But Joey was on the wrong path at that time, so I didn't even think about it until he came to me and asked me for help. The only thing I asked Joey was a promise.
Okay, so here's what I want to ask. What do you mean for help? How do you ask a coach for help? Because maybe I'm missing this stuff around here.
When with my family and stuff, where I started training at, we opened up the building in Doñana. There was a boxing gym, so whenever we were going in there, there's like really no coach, like no like the person that was training me was no longer there. I just felt like I knew how to work out. I knew how to, I knew what I needed to do, but that wasn't enough, Like I knew I needed some guidelines to follow. I know I needed some stability, I need somebody to hold me accountable, to where like I need somebody to trust, like I said, because when you're going in there, like it's like you're saying, it's a crazy feeling to get in there and to do what we do, you know what I mean? And I needed somebody that I could trust, and Rick, like I said, I clicked with Rick, talking, conversating, he's just a good dude just to talk to and stuff, and so like I wanted to get serious, I wanted to be held accountable for
now
doing
you're serious.
stuff. Yeah, and then
Of course.
when no one's
I
watching,
mean, you were
I'm working,
serious
man. Yeah.
in the last fight for the Jennifer Hunt fight.
Yeah, and from then, like I said, I really didn't stop. I didn't stop. This quarantine didn't stop me, nothing. I mean, I know this is all with work. I know people that have more potential to be better fighters than me, but they're not a better fighter than me because they're not doing the work that I'm doing. And then sometimes that hard work will beat most of the time.
Well, I mean, it's awesome to see the relationship you have with your coach, and I hope you maintain the relationship because in boxing you see that it breaks up. But I hope you do, man. I wish you the best, Rick.
Definitely.
You have a nice family with your daughter. Congratulations to you and many blessings to your baby.
Thank you.
I don't know if I should reveal that on the air,
Oh, yeah,
but
it's out there.
enjoy the best for you too.
Appreciate you.
And like we've always said, me and Coach Herman, here at the Warriors Edge, we might not be a pound for pound Wolf's Den.
Yeah.
We're a small family gym as well.
Yep.
And I know boxing because of you.
Yep.
I don't know boxing. I know boxing because of you.
Right.
And I want to make sure that you know that you have a home here, Rick. You
I
know that.
appreciate you.
Always
I
have
appreciate
a home
you.
here, all
I
right?
appreciate
And
that a
you
lot.
have good people here, man.
Appreciate that a lot.
So what do you do besides box? Do you work?
Oh yeah, I got a full-time job.
Where do you work at?
I work at NMSU, actually on campus at the college right now. It's a facilities tech, and we do HVAC and plumbing and stuff. So basically,
train.
so yeah.
So
that's it.
you have a skill after this.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of skills. I know how to operate machines.
That's
I know,
good, man.
like I said, I don't got
That's
all my
awesome.
eggs in one basket.
Yeah, because there's got to be something after boxing. There's got to be life.
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
There's got to be. You got to have a trade. So not only is your coach training you for that, but also probably integrating that there's other stuff. To be
Exactly.
honest. When this is all said and done,
Exactly.
you can do a skill,
Exactly, yeah.
and that's a very good skill to have.
Exactly, yeah. And
Right.
you could hope to build a platform at least so you could just still stay involved with this after you're done boxing. Like you said, after you're done fighting, people just ain't gonna really care to pay you to just go show up to events. You know what I
Of
mean?
course, yeah.
So,
Because we've seen it so many times.
yeah, exactly.
Either you become a big promoter like Golden Boy, or not.
Or you're out. Yep.
Jose Gama says, I love your show. I hope in the future you can get talented fathers from Juarez on your show as well. Guys like Alan Solis, Ilan Flores, Miki Roman. We've tried to get Miki Roman Gomez. We have not heard from him back. And I really would like to get Ms. Ilan Flores on the show. So make it happen, my friend. Nice for you to join us on the show. JJ Martinez is also watching it on my show. Jaime Palacios is watching us on the show. Edward Baez El Paso also watching us on the show. And folks, the show is being sponsored by Pop's Pizza. $19.99 special, 2 large, 2 toppings pizza, a pound of wings. Go join Louis. Go visit Mando at the Pop's Pizza place, where you get a large pizza for only $5.99. How good is this pizza, guys?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Hey, Lou, I know you're listening. Rick's gonna ask you for the recipe for your dough, because Rick has an outdoor pizza oven, and I seen that on Facebook. How's your pizza coming out?
Dude, we cook up some pizza.
Really?
We cook up everything, man.
I mean, I thought people just build grills.
No,
Rick goes and buys a pizza. He builds a pizza
Dude,
place.
it took me 5 years to build it.
That's
Hey,
awesome, man.
That's hey, we do everything: turkey, steaks, pies, pizza, chicken. We've done everything in this so far, man.
Nice. So join Lou over there and Mando at the Pop's Pizza place as well. Also, Chuy Ortega's joining us, and my friends. I want to get a shout out to all my first responder friends. It is BLM. It's Blue Lives Matter. If I offended people, I'm sorry. Fuck it. You know, Blue Lives Matter all the way, folks, and all my friends and first responders out there listening. Okay, Joey, back to you, my friend. Stay dedicated, Joey. Keep up the good work. This is from Edward.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right,
Thank
he
you.
said, appreciate you. This pandemic, Joey, and now the racial issues with the protests and anti-police BLF movement
Right.
has had a major impact on society and the sports world. Do you agree?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Boxing has really not showed sides, nor has expressed much yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if they do it, it will furthermore damage the sport or help the sport?
I mean,
And correct me if I'm wrong, has it? I haven't seen nothing.
but I would say though, boxing isn't just one individual person. Boxing is a community of people, and it sucks that nowadays you can't have your own opinion, because if you go against that wave on social media, you know what I'm
They'll attack
saying?
you.
They made all lives matter something that's racist when it never was supposed to be that. Now the blue lives matter is something, right? Like something
Yeah,
like
no
you
shit.
like you can't really have an individual opinion without that wave coming at
Of
you,
course.
because it's all social media based now. Is how they're basically running it.
Well,
now.
I mean, boxing is real diverse.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So the only person that I kind of that he started moving to with that movement was Anthony Joshua, and he did a movement during the protest, but I don't think it went far.
Right.
I mean, I haven't seen a fighter yet do something like that in our world. Do you think, Rick, that it'll damage our sports if somebody goes in there and kneels? Imagine in the ring in a big championship fight and the fighter kneels. What would you think? You can weigh into that.
You know, if a fight, this is what I think will happen in a fight. If a fighter, be it black, white, brown, it doesn't matter. If they get out there and kneel during whatever, they've lost a ton of spectators and fans. Because boxing isn't about that. It's
Well, football wasn't either.
No, it wasn't. But a lot
Baseball,
of people fed into it.
Right.
No, and I saw that baseball player from the Giants.
Yeah.
He took a stand and said, "You know what? I'm not kneeling."
Right.
And not only
God bless
him,
him, man.
it was like the Cleveland
That's his
Indians.
opinion.
I think a lot of teams did not even participate.
So and I think a lot of people, just because he stood, now you're going to be against him. Hey, that's his opinion, man.
And
Yeah,
like what
like I
Joey
said,
was saying.
That's
you can't
it.
really have one nowadays unless it's with the
Exactly.
narrative that it's a wave. That's what sucks about it. It's just a wave, you know what I mean? And you can't
It's
really
an
go
ugly
against
wave.
it. Yeah,
It's tough times that we're going through,
yeah, definitely.
right?
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
what we bringing our kids into?
Yeah, exactly.
And what is expected of them?
Yeah, exactly.
And I got a small kid too. You have a small daughter. You guys have small kids. What is the future for them?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's tough, man.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
very tough.
It is.
You know, Danny, my son, is gonna probably follow in my footsteps, and I tell him it's a rough world out there.
Yeah.
because people don't really appreciate you.
Yeah, and people don't look at people as like individuals. You know, like you're always classified with this group or that group. You can't be a good cop. How is that possible? You know, people are talking about, you know, like all the protests with all like the cops and how they're mishandling people. Me and my buddies have literally been on that side of the fence where we've been, and to the point where these people that are protesting, well, you're upset because they pop your high school parties. That's the closest you know to what brutality is. You don't know what brutality is,
That's
but
a
yet
good point,
you're the ones that are, you know what I mean. But like I've been on that end, and also now on the other side of the fence is I participate in church now, and
Joey.
there's this man, and he would always just me and him would click, right? We'd always click. My stepdad is like, you know who that is?
When you mean click, like what do you mean click?
Just click, talk,
Oh,
like,
okay,
because I'm the youngest guy
Okay.
at my church, you know, helping
Okay.
with the fiestas and stuff.
Alright,
So
that's good,
we
Joey.
would always link up, you know. And I was always like, he's a real cool dude. My stepdad comes up and is like, you know who that is? And I'm like, well, his name is Jaime. I was like, yeah, that's Jaime. Every Sunday I'm with him.
Talking to you.
He's the chief of police.
Wow.
He was a retired chief of police. Whenever the guy on the news talking, it was him. He never came up to me and look at you. I wear my mistakes on my skin. You can see that I ain't perfect. How does this guy, and how am I supposed to say that I don't believe in the police when this was a good man? This was a
Because you're
good man.
human.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And R.I.P. because he passed away and stuff. But like I said, he was a good man to his family. You know what I mean. And to everything. And so how am I gonna say that?
Oh.
I anti-police when not, because I do know a good police. I know bad police too, though.
Yeah, of course.
Like I said.
There's always everything. I know bad and good from
Exactly.
any profession,
Exactly.
right? So Joey, what if you make it big and you become a millionaire and you continue to box?
Right.
Do you think, and now you have a platform to be heard, like LeBron James,
Right.
like Anthony Joshua,
Right.
like I don't know, other fighters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's okay to use your political views because of the platform you have? If you have that platform, would you use your political views?
Yeah, I would, if you're voicing your opinion, you know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, like I said, but if you're trying to shove stuff down people's throats, either like you agree with me or you're against me,
Okay.
I don't believe in that at all, you know what I mean? I believe that you could
Okay.
be friends with somebody and not agree on one topic and just go get something to eat right after.
Hey,
you know?
hey Rick, let me ask you a question now. Do you think that in our sport of boxing, do you think that we should allow fighters to express their opinion and like, for example, express it on their trunks, like BLM and LGB?
TQ.
Yeah, all that.
LGBTQ.
What do you think, Rick, about that? I'm asking you because the NFL is going to allow for people to wear names on their helmet, or
Yeah, I've seen that.
because we also could talk about kids with autism. Can we wear cleats? Can you wear your trunks that have
Yep.
the rainbow color
Yep.
of autism or the purple color or
Yep.
whatever? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What do you think, Rick?
I mean, it'd have to be. It's up to their personal perspective. If that's what
But
they want to do,
you'll feel offended?
I wouldn't feel offended. I mean, if that's what they want to do, then do it. I mean,
Okay.
Ultimately, they're the ones that have to pay the price if it goes south for them.
Yeah,
mean,
and I think
but-
you're right, Rick. Just do it. We're not gonna go burn off a goddamn AutoZone or loot
I mean,
a
you
fucking
see
Walmart.
guys,
Yeah, exactly.
You see guys that used to wear the Star of David,
Right,
Jewish people,
right.
hey, nothing wrong with that.
You know-
you see the cross. So
Yep.
to each his own. If they want to express their personal belief, what can you say about it? Again, that's their personal belief.
That's their
So-
personal belief, man.
That's their deal.
Let people believe what they want to believe, but just don't try to force me to believe what you believe is correct and mine is wrong. And then don't force your belief on them.
Yeah, it's hard right now. Huh,
Yeah,
with all
oh man.
this.
I stay quiet, like I said. I just stay quiet. I observe. You know what I mean? I'm with what's right. That's what I'm with.
Hey, but
I
you
mean?
know what,
It's
Rick,
plain
and
simple, you know?
everybody here, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man, and don't get mad at me and don't stop watching, guys. I'm a Cowboy fan.
You're done. We're out of here.
Turn it off.
I didn't know it was gonna go like this. Otherwise,
I know you're.
I would have
gonna
gone and got some
extreme.
pizza,
I
man.
know you're gonna get that extreme.
Tough crowd.
Wow, I would have
Jesus
never
Christ,
guessed.
Rick, you're a Packers fan.
No, not even, dude. That's even
Right.
worse. I was a Redskins
Oh,
fan, but
so
since they
great topic I'm gonna talk to you about.
caved,
Okay,
I am
oh.
no longer an NFL watcher. I do nothing. NFL, forget it.
Oh, so
man.
you boycotted the
I'm
NFL?
I'll boycott
And
whoever.
you're
I was a Redskins fan too.
okay.
I was a Niners fan, just
what-
inherited.
So
but
wait, good, because I was gonna say this. I like the Cowboys. If you,
That's
I'm not
better.
A fan.
That's better.
I like the Cowboys. I've always grew up with them, and I started losing interest in them as I got older. But if the Cowboys were to kneel, I would disown them.
Right.
So what happened? So it's interesting to say about the Redskins. So you're no longer
No.
gonna watch them because of the name change.
Yes, because they caved. I mean,
They pandered to
they pandered
a
to somebody
movement
else's
that-
disagreement.
because we do agree, Rick, and everybody in here, that there's protesters that are for the movement,
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
but not pandering to change your goddamn name, right?
That's crazy.
taking
Why would you do
advantage.
it? I mean,
You're
why
not a
would
Redskin
you
fan
give
anymore?
in?
No, I'm going with my boys. They're Ravens fans, so I'm just gonna go with them. But
What if they
I
kneel?
mean, nah, I don't know. I'm not really an NFL fan anyway. But I mean, if it's
There ain't no sport like boxing anyway, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
It's hard. I'm not a big fan.
I've
of
never been a
football,
team player.
really.
That's why
Yeah,
I blame
don't play
myself.
teams.
I lose.
But I will dog a Cowboy fan.
Hey, come on.
Absolute dog. You got-
I'm a
that's American.
Yeah, it is American. Good old shit talking.
I haven't watched the NFL in 3 years. This would have been the 4th year, but I got tired of
Yeah,
it.
I lost interest in it a long time ago too.
Well, and we say, let them do what they do, but sometimes, man, when I saw the Yankees kneel, I want to get rid of that picture. Right
Yeah, but the Yankees did it. That's true. The Yankees and the Nationals did it, but then did that before the national anthem.
Oh.
That was a thing that was done, to show support. But still, they caved in to the pressure.
And yeah, they pandered, they came in. Like it's like when the Dallas Cowboys were going to put the names of the fallen officers of Dallas that got ambushed 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And they didn't let them. And now they're going to.
But then you let somebody like Kaepernick wear socks with a pig on it,
Yeah.
resembling a police officer. So come on,
49ers.
that's not cool.
I inherited it, so I ain't too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
That's why boxing's boxing.
That's
Yeah.
why boxing's boxing, man.
So all else fails, we got boxing all the way,
Boxing will
right?
never go away.
Exactly. And you're all boxing family, right? Have you got any support from Las Cruces? How's that been with your pro career? Support from Las Cruces, the city. What is that like?
It's from Doniana, especially. It's all fam. Someone's cousins with somebody. That's how it always goes around there.
So
But
you get good support?
great support there, and then from Cruces, like our last fight that we had, man, like it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a great feeling, and the support, like I said, it just gives you more motivation to go that much harder, do
Good.
that extra work and
Oh,
stuff.
good. What's the future for you?
Just keep doing what I'm doing now. Just keep working hard, and I trust Rick, to be scouting for the fights that we should and to put the pieces in play, and I'll be ready to fight
All
whenever
right,
it's time to
Coach,
fight,
are you eyeing anybody in the ranks right now?
No, not at the moment. I mean, before this fight, we had an ABF title fight lined up, and it fell through. It was going to be at the casino in Santa Fe, and then the card got canceled. So
Okay.
we picked up this fight. We took a chance. We knew we were taking a chance.
And it's far too, man.
Yeah.
Matthew Saenz says, "I love you, brother, big."
I love you too, bro. That's my brother.
Ryan, he says, Web Boxing 101, thanks for the support to get it, little brother. The sky's the limit, he says. Jesus Mendoza says, proud of you, brother.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Your nanny is watching. You with tears in my eyes. Love you. Who's nanny?
Nani, I told you I was raised by my mom and my grandma. That's what we call her Nani. So she in Doniana, everybody knows Nani. That's Hi Nani, how you doing? Love you.
Nani's everybody's grandma.
Yes, that's everybody's grandma. You come, you're gonna get fed. You ain't gonna leave.
Danny Melendez, you know him?
Danny,
Yeah.
you don't know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's like go Cowboys.
He's unfortunately a Cowboy fan. But I still love him, but he's still a Cowboy fan. Yeah.
Jojo, your own brother. Matthew says, Hustle Doniana representing. So you fight out of Doniana Boxing Club?
Yes, sir.
You do?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Good.
that's the home.
Are you? That's where you're there?
Yes, we've been
Yes.
there for what, Joey? 5 years
5
now?
years, yeah, going on 5 years already. Yeah, so
Good, man. Good, man. We wish you the best. Okay.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Folks, we're almost at the end of our show here with Joey Saenz and the Las Cruces team. Rick and his family's here, and some of his fighters as well. This podcast is being sponsored by Pop's Pizza. We want to thank Lou from Pop's Pizza for bringing pizza today for us and our guests. Call them at 915-500-7040 or visit them at 12300 Pelicano Drive, El Paso, Texas 7936. Join them for drive-through and carry-out. It's a punch of a deal for Pop's Pizza. Large pizza is only $5.99. So join Lou and the team there. Lou is from Pound for Pound Boxing, making a comeback to the Sun City. and they were making noise when they were here in El Paso. Now they're coming back for more. And folks, also, we like to welcome everybody to the Warriors Edge Boxing Gym. We've been in existing for 6 years. We're here to help and support any fighter. Enjoy. This is your house, Rick. Anytime you need a gym,
You got it.
Appreciate you.
I mean, I know you have them, but and everything you need, man, you know you're welcome here.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
All the time. Joey,
Appreciate
you ready
you.
to play rapid fire with me?
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Well, I'm going to ask you some
You got
questions.
to dodge a bullet, man. You got to dodge a bullet.
Who wins, Tyson or Roy Jones? Why?
I would say since they're both up in age, I would say Tyson just because he still got that pop. I seen him hitting the mitts and stuff, so I say if he can get that combination off, I mean, to anybody, it's gonna be.
Your coach didn't. He
Like,
thinks Joey.
he picks speeds. I say power. You get me? Because
Have you seen Tyson lately?
that's what I'm saying. And on the mitts,
That
and
doesn't
that,
convince you, huh?
that's dangerous
Holy
for
shit.
anybody.
That's just a short little.
What do you think? What do you
Oh,
think?
I got Tyson all day. That's
I'm outnumbered, man. I'm outnumbered. Come on, Irvin.
I got Tyson.
Oh, I don't got. I'd say Roy Jones.
There you go.
I
Really?
thought
Yeah, you know
Tyson
what?
could
He's younger, and I mean he's speed, but he's also a big guy.
More active.
Yeah, and Tyson is just. I don't see that hunger like he used to. It's just to him, it's like. And can't put him down. He was a beast. He's always gonna be a beast. But
I just say
he's lost
I'm
that.
happy to see Tyson fight in my lifetime. That's
Ah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
cool,
That's it.
man.
I just wanna
Yeah,
see
you're
Tyson
right,
in my
man.
lifetime, you
Yeah,
know?
you're right, man.
I just hope it's not like that Chuck Liddell fight whenever he came back and fought those. Like, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
See, that wasn't too good.
Yeah,
I hope
okay,
this
yeah.
is better than that. So.
Yeah.
Of course. Lou Anello, and you know what? And I was going to tell you about the favorite. I'm not going to talk about trainers because one of the best trainers in Sun City is this guy right here.
Right.
Rick,
Yep,
right? And
yep.
guess what? Lou Anello just says, I agree. Rick is one of the best trainers out there.
Love you,
Right.
Louis.
Alonso Morales says, great job. 6 years, congratulations. That's Alonso Morales. Thank you, my friend. We've been working hard here and trying to show support through all the fighters. Favorite fighter of your time?
Like in my
Fighter.
generation?
Yeah.
I'd say Gervonta Davis is my favorite right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, of my generation, I'm saying in my bracket. That's why.
Why?
Not just he's raw, he's rough. I just like him. I like him. He reminds me of like a little Mike Tyson.
Who's his trainer? Is it Mayweather?
Yes.
Mayweather?
Well,
His promoter.
Yeah, because they always have falling out. Some guys are weird
Oh.
on social media. I don't know how that works, but yeah. So.
Wow,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
What about of all time?
My favorite boxer of all time?
Yeah.
I've always been a Pacquiao fan. Yeah,
like
Matt, I've always just, I don't know. I've always had a big thing for Manny Pacquiao.
So I'm gonna just skip the question here. Triple G versus Manny Pacquiao. Who wins?
Be real.
Ooh, man.
I don't know. Pacquiao still has it, man. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
with you, brother.
yeah, like I don't know. Triple G looked like he faded a little bit on the last fight I seen him fight. You know what I mean?
That
So,
fight, dude, can you believe
I
right,
think
that fight might happen?
Really?
Yes. That's a fight that they're talking about right now. Pacquiao moving up or middling him in a catch. I don't know. It might happen. That fight might, folks. I'm going to say it right now. It might happen.
Cause look at what he did to Thurman, though. You know what I mean? That was
In
some
this
savage stuff
case,
he did.
the
So, I
power
mean,
versus the speed.
I'm just saying.
Play
I'm
is
just saying.
big,
What
bro.
happened to Keith Thurman? He had power.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that was then.
Keith Thurman, dude, he's scared, man. When he got hit hard in the body, that was they pulled the plug on him. He might as well just walked off the ring. So you can't really compare those.
All right, we're continuing rapid fire with Joey Saenz, professional fighter and upcoming professional fighter. Guys, look him up, look at him, record his name. He is going to be a fighter to be reckoned with here in our Sun City of El Paso and Las Cruces, Doña Ana, Chihuahua, Juarez, Mexico, you name it. The Sun West, the Southwest, the Northwest, whatever. Joey Saenz is in the house. You have a nickname?
Hustle.
Hustle.
Joey
Joey
Hustle.
Hustle Saenz. Man,
sir.
you are a hustle.
That's what he does.
Favorite Mexican restaurant? Las Cruces or El Paso?
I like Chachi's.
Favorite food?
Like in general,
Yeah.
I like seafood.
You
I
like seafood?
Yeah, I like crab legs and stuff like that.
Well,
Like
damn, we don't
shrimp.
have much of a seafood here, but don't tell me you like Long John Silver's.
I'll eat that too if I have to, but I mean, throw me a bone, I'm gonna take it. So I'm saying, I like red lobster and like
Right.
those cooked
So you
places,
mentioned
but-
Chachi's. What's Chachi's? Can you give a shout out?
Chachi's, they have two of them, one out for University and one right there actually in Doña Ana.
Mexican restaurant?
It's a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, it's
Good.
very, very good,
I've
man.
never been there. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you gotta check them out. There's two locations, so they're good though. Chachi's,
Right.
it's good. Yeah, it's really good.
Anyone in El Paso that you like? You don't frequent El Paso that much?
Not too much, honestly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When I was young, we used to come and party over here and stuff like
Okay.
that. But yeah, like, as
I'm
far
gonna
as
have to take him to Panda Burger.
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
There's,
You like Chico's tacos?
too moist for me.
You don't like Chico's at all? So you don't like Chico's? He doesn't like Chico's.
Nah,
I don't
nah.
like that
But
stuff.
you guys got Taco Cabana here. That's what we don't have in Cruces. So I like that
We
place
got
from down here.
Chico's. Come on, Joey.
I've been there before.
Oh, but you don't like Chico's?
Oh, I love chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
that's what
Well, can you?
I'll
I'll have it.
Give me 2
Yeah.
doubles.
I'll have it.
Hell yeah.
I'll take Frisco sticks over it.
I like Frisco's. Have you
Oh,
been to
yeah.
Frisco's?
Nah.
Yeah, you got it's
Oh,
good.
those
Frisco.
burgers.
Frisco's Burgers is good. Man, I'm getting hungry. Anyways, but we got pizza here, so the best pizza in El Paso
Yep.
is Pop's Pizza. I'm
Yep.
serious, guys.
Yeah.
It's homemade ingredients.
I don't know
Right.
anything. I don't know anything that beats pizza, man.
What?
I don't know anything that beats pizza unless it's
You're like my
Yeah, right.
girl.
unless it's
What do I
rare.
eat?
Unless it's rare and like about 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
Ribeye steak. Or
Here's a
something.
big question for you. Best New Mexico pro fighter besides you?
Who's coming out of New Mexico
Be
right now?
careful.
Yeah.
I
there's
mean,
a lot of-
I mean,
So
any
hold on.
genre right
Let me
now. You know what I'm
move.
saying?
Let me get out of the way.
Well, besides your staple, your fighter here next to you, 'cause he's gonna punch you.
Okay. What's that dude's name? Alacran, I think he's from Albuquerque.
Alan. Not
Or,
Alan.
no, Alacrancito. You talking about Jason Sanchez?
Jason.
He fought.
Sanchez,
I think Oscar
absolutely.
Valdez. He fought, right?
He fought Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, him right there. I think he's pretty sharp,
Wait,
man.
he's from Albuquerque, right?
Albuquerque, yeah,
Albuquerque.
yeah. I was watching him fight because I'm a fan of Oscar Valdez too. So that was really
Okay.
great.
So, you know that the Sun City has produced some pro fighters here.
Yeah.
Starting from Herman Delgado, he fought Klitschko. Vitaly Klitschko,
Italian.
and he fought Hasim Rockman.
Oh shoot.
So yeah, he was our heavyweight fighter. And
Hell yeah.
David Rodriguez, he was a trainer of David Rodriguez, trainer of Johnny Tapia, right?
Nice.
So there's been some fighters around
Yeah,
here,
hell
right?
yeah.
Jennifer Hahn.
Yep.
Awesome.
Jen, yep.
A lot of steam going forward. Then this fucking pandemic hit, and it all stopped.
Yeah.
Austin Trout,
Austin, yeah, I've known
he's
Austin
still
for a while
around,
back.
Rick? Austin Trout.
I don't ever see him, but I know he's still around.
Yeah, he's around still and stuff, but yeah, as far as communication, really not too much, really.
Oh, okay.
Communication
He's
too
not on
much.
your.
No,
on
oh no,
your-
they're,
on your-
yeah, they came over here with us to Donian and stuff,
Okay.
and so pals over there, so like they were kind of,
All right.
split.
Well, I mean, look, I'm recognizing fighters from the Sun Cities, maybe
Right.
big, right?
right, yeah,
El Paso's also produced some fighters like David Rodriguez, Antonio Escalante.
yeah,
Have you sparred with Antonio Escalante? He's a little bit like your size.
no,
Not yet.
He's what? He's 137,
Yeah,
140.
Tony's about 135 now.
Yeah, I walk around probably like a 143, 45, so
Yeah?
yeah, not too far out, so yeah.
Best boxing movie of all time that you like?
I like the Rocky movies, those ones are cool. I mean, those are like classics, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think, but
There's a lot of them.
yeah, it's I didn't like the Creeds too much, so like those
Why?
movies, I don't know, I didn't like the spin-off they did on that though. But I like the
On their
original
own.
Rockies.
Oh, which one?
The Creed,
Oh,
yeah, I didn't.
I haven't
Like
even
the runoffs
I've never
from-
seen any of that.
But the one where we fought that Russian though, that one was like my favorite.
You know, I remember when Rocky came out. When it was over, I went to go run because I thought I had an egg too, and I threw up. Man, I wanted to be Rocky so bad, right? Those movies motivate you, man.
does.
And then
Nice.
was it that movie Bleed for This? Was it Bleed for This?
Oh, yeah, that's the one I was just gonna tell you.
That one,
Vinny
that
Paciencia.
yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Vinny Paciencia.
Yeah.
Tasmanian Devil.
He's gonna probably be on the podcast in a couple of weeks.
Awesome month to look out for that too. Yeah.
So we got a contact with he was a friend of mine from San Antonio PD, but he's from Brooklyn.
Nice.
And he works out here with me on some stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's
he was
cool.
calling him, so we have him on phone only.
That'd be cool though. It's
Right.
still be interesting.
Rapid Fire with Joey Saenz being sponsored by Pop's Pizza, the best pizza in El Paso. Joey, Lou, and Mando over there at 12300 Pelicano, and being sponsored by Boxing Reporter online publication, and you're going to be coming on the City Beat magazine.
All
That's
right.
pretty going to be pretty
Yeah, hell
cool.
yeah, cool.
We got the City Beat here. Last question: overrated pro fighter?
Overrated?
Yeah. Damn, this is a hard question, but it's rapid fire, Joey, and you're on it.
Fuck.
Your brother likes Chico's tacos. You just said that.
Yes.
He just saved you.
Adriana
no, I'm
Sanchez-
kinda stuck right now,
Adriana
too, honestly.
Sanchez, future champ in the house.
That's my fiance actually out there somewhere.
Oh. He's got to say that.
Yeah, no.
Overrated
I know.
pro fighter. Okay, Rick, overrated pro fighter. Don't.
I can't even remember his name.
Come on,
The Mexican heavyweight. What's his name?
Oh, Randy Reese.
Reese, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He was
What about you,
I
Ann?
would say the same.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like he got the.
Well, the thing with Andy Ruiz and me is I was following him for a long ass time. So when he fought AJ and no one knew who he was, I knew that he was a pretty decent fighter.
You really
So
thought he was going to win?
I had.
Wow.
It would have been one of those bets. It was a fluke bet, obviously, but yeah, he kind of failed.
Oh,
on that
man,
bet,
your
so.
brother just shot me in the heart here, brother. He said Ryan Garcia.
No,
What?
no, he's
I
not
got
overrated.
He's
I
your
would-
brother, right?
yeah,
You took me and
no,
Matthew
but
with somebody.
I would say
I'm gonna
that
disagree with you.
I wouldn't say overrated. I just say maybe hasn't been tested yet. But like I said, that's up for debate.
What is up with Ryan Garcia? And people really don't like the kid.
It's because he's social media famous. He's more.
Yeah,
There you
he's
go.
more
that's all
about-
it
He's
is.
more. He's growing up on that generation of
Okay.
social
Like I said,
media.
Generation Z.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
They,
gonna say, to me, the overrated, even though De La Hoya.
He was overrated.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
because he lost against all the top.
But he
top
fought
people.
them all. But he fought them all,
yeah,
coach.
but he fought. Look, he fought them all like Chavez Jr. Chavez, the dad, when he was already over the hill. Mayweather whooped his ass.
Wow.
Trinidad,
No.
Hopkins,
I say the same thing about Canelo.
Hopkins, and yeah, Canelo's up there
Canelo's
too.
overrated.
That's
They're
not-
they're
that's
just
not
they're just
overrated.
pampered.
Shit, what?
They're
I'm getting
pampered.
started
man.
right in here. I would
Right.
say
Come on, man.
You're never
You
gonna
can
hear
step
a-
in and want to be the highest rated. Step in with the highest
You got
rated.
Juan Manuel Marquez up here, and
That's
then you
my
got
man.
Canelo like down
Absolutely.
here.
There you go. There you go.
Down
Right
here.
there.
Yeah, he'll never be a one-man win.
Hell
I'll
no.
even put Pipino Cuevas
Even
before
with the
Canelo.
steroids. Even with the steroids, he won't.
Yeah.
So, tell me.
I mean, I would just say like Victor Ortiz was one that I was really like. This guy I didn't really
Overrated?
like. Overrated. too,
Really?
Victor Ortiz. That was one that I could think like.
Well,
I was
okay,
like, nah.
that's a legitimate
You know?
fighter. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I like
so-
Ryan Garcia.
I think he's sharp.
You know why I like that? He looks exactly like my son. Exactly. He's a twin and shit.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that Devontae Davis fight and Ryan Garcia.
Okay,
That's
that'll be
and
good. Or
then-
David
that's-
Haney's going to be good
Haney,
too.
yeah, Haney,
Right?
that's it, yep.
Rick, what do you got against Canelo? Tell me about it.
I don't think he's stepped up to the plate.
He hasn't stepped up to the plate.
and he's avoided the plate.
And guess what? You know who he might fight? I mean, this is something that I followed. He's gonna probably fight guys Quigley from UK, which he's a,
Who's that?
and Willie Monroe. Willie Monroe
on.
fought Triple G, and he got knocked out like in the 6th round or something like
But
that.
you know who you got to point the finger at? De La Hoya.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's who gets his fights, and that's who's pampering him. That's his golden. That's his
cash cow.
That's cash cow.
Cash cow,
And
man.
the next one is Ryan Garcia.
Well, him and Ryan Garcia are having like a fallout. Kind of. They're not agreeing
Well,
too much. You know what I mean? So-
Those are the Facebook news, man. But
Yeah.
it's really haven't been
Set in
concrete that
stone
it's
of-
really
Oh, okay.
having problems. They might have said, "Oh, well, fuck you too." Oh, no, they're having problems. No, what?
Yeah.
You know how they build it up,
Blow
right?
shit up, yeah.
But Ryan Garcia is going to be tested hopefully by the end of the year or early next year
Right.
with one of those big fighters. I guess until then, I would see
Yeah.
what's going on.
Right.
Speaking of the tank, I agree with you, Joey. I think he's a hell of a fighter,
Yep.
and he will beat Santa Cruz.
Yep.
Yes.
I think
I agree.
Santa Cruz is going to lose that fight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And for Canelo, Rick, I think Canelo needs to step up and fight Bivol. Dimitri Bivol, fucking monster. I think he needs to fight that guy or even Benavides, give him a shot, and fight this kid out of Phoenix, and let's see what this, they call him La Bandera Roja. Let him see what he's got, man. Come on, Canelo, throw him a bone. Let's fight. No, he's going to fight Willie Monroe. Chingao, man. Here we go again, man.
You might
Man,
as well
know what's
fight
sad?
Amir
I'm gonna
Khan
watch it.
again.
Huh?
That's another one. Amir Khan.
Yeah.
You might as well fight
Might as
him.
well fight him again. Yeah.
That's another.
Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah, man. But shit, you know, it's funny that we watched.
Amir
I
Khan.
sat there and watched the fucking fight. Because I thought there was a possibility that Canelo would get hit.
I just wanted to see what round he'd knock him out in.
Well, you think you'll see another Triple G fight?
Nah, that's,
No.
that's it, man.
I don't think so.
They need to get
There
rid
isn't
of
going to
that.
be a good fight.
Nah.
Well, folks, I'm going to end the show with this. What do you guys think of our amateur program? It's at a standstill. What's happening? What do you think it's going to need to happen after this pandemic to get this really motor started as it is? We were down and not going nowhere. I know we have a kid out here. What's her name?
Joss.
Jocelyn, the boss.
Just the boss.
I know. I mean, we have kids like her in the amateur ranks that are moving up. We have Andy Perez. We have Moises Rodriguez. All these kids that are, need to get
to get up
fights.
there, yeah.
But everything was on a standstill.
Yeah, but you know, everything is on a standstill, but that doesn't keep the kids from working out,
Yeah,
and that's
good.
the sad part
Yeah.
I see about it. 'Cause
Exactly.
I see a lot of kids complaining, we can't go to the gym, but yet you see them on social media barbecuing, you see them on social media hanging out,
You're
partying.
right, you're right.
So there's no excuse.
No, you're right.
There's
I
no
agree with you,
excuse.
Coach.
Zero.
Yep.
Even if your gym is closed.
Yeah,
you
even
can
if the
go
gym's
there.
closed, I work out every day, and I'm a 56-year-old man.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And I come in here and do 15 rounds, and
I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard for them to get this started.
yeah.
Yep.
If we don't have a fight event here for our LBC, do you think that they're going to help us with the payment on the boxers, their memberships? That's going to be
Come on, you're talking USA
right.
Boxing.
That's going to be tough.
USA
Huh?
Boxing
That's
sent us a check for
expensive.
$25
Forget
for
about
the
yeah,
club.
What's
forget
that?
about it.
USA Boxing sent us a refund for $25 for your yearly
Oh, they just did a refund?
Yeah.
Really?
What the fuck? I never
Boxing
heard of
got
that.
a check for it.
What did you do to
$25.
get that?
I did. The president of the club did. But,
Oh, the club.
Yeah, your
Oh.
club registration, not the boxing
Oh,
registration.
not the
club
boxing.
registration.
Oh, why should I have got shit? Wow. Okay, folks. Well, any last words, Rick, that you wanna share to us and the fans that are watching? Matthew Saenz says, "Webbox, you're the man. Thanks for your platform. Couldn't do it without people like you. So again, thank you." No, we thank you, Matthew. That's your boy right there,
Yes,
Joey.
sir.
Rick, last words for us here on air.
For all the kids out there, don't let this pandemic hold you back. There's a lot that you can do
Yep.
without having to go to the gym.
Yep.
You don't
Yep.
you don't have to sit home and become a couch potato. You can get out there and run. You can still do all your exercise. You can still do your shadow boxing. There's a lot of stuff you can do
Yep.
besides staying at home not doing.
All right.
nothing.
Yeah. What about you, Ayana? Any future plans? What's your future next year?
Next year, we're on hold this year, but next year I'll be coming back around
Alright.
this time next year. I was telling my dad, same thing. Me and Joey kind of have the same mindset.
Good.
Coming around this time, I wanted the big fights. Coming strong, coming back strong.
All right.
We want to take we want big fights.
All right. And many blessings to you and your baby.
Thank you.
Well said. Keep on, Aaron and Cynthia Perez. Joy, any last words for your fans?
Like Rick said, man, there's always work to be done. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful thing about living in the deserts. You know what I mean? It's endless running. You just get out there and get some fresh air. You know what I mean? Don't let this slow you down and keep working.
All right,
Keep working.
man.
'Cause
So-
those people ain't.
Folks, look out for my boy. We love you, Joey Webbox,
Love
in
you
our
guys
new
too,
home,
man.
all the way, all live. Thank you, Matthew. Hey, Joey, wish you the best.
Thank you.
Look out for
Appreciate it.
Joey,
Thank you.
folks. The Hustle in the house. Gonna come out on City Beat. Also, that magazine comes out when, Herman?
Next month.
Next month. Pick up the City Beat, and it's free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
Free
And I have a
publication.
list of where all the locations are where you can pick them
Awesome.
up.
And the sky's the limit, and I'm so happy to be part of it, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Part of your
Thank you,
journey.
Yes, appreciate
All
it.
right?
Thank you for having me.
Please,
Like I
man.
said, it's my
Thank
first
you,
time
guys.
doing this.
Watch
Thank you
it,
guys.
man.
I'm waiting for Ayana.
That's why I'm over here.
I want to see that knockout, man.
Yeah.
All right, folks, this has been the Web Podcast on this beautiful Sunday. Anything you do in life, put God first. God bless everybody. This has been Web Boxing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.